So in this first episode, we have seen how to mount a video camera for an interview setup on a tripod. If you want to see how we did this, watch the whole video till the end, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Hi and welcome to this series of 3 parts where we are going through how to set up your video camera on a tripod for handheld and handheld on gimbal. In this first episode, we are starting with putting the camera on a tripod in a locked position for filming interviews or other static situations. What we have here is a normal tripod, mostly used for photography. If you want a more secure tripod for video or heavier rigs, you probably should look into a tripod with contractors holding the 3 legs together. But the setup we are doing here is not that heavy, so this will work just fine. It's a Sony tripod, the R3213X, made out of carbon, pretty expensive and pretty solid, so this should hold up for many years to come. In between here we have a ball head which can be leveled with a bowl, so you can put up your tripod on an uneven ground. Mostly make your tripod horizontal, and then you can fine adjust this bowl head afterwards and measure up the watering level here. When that's in horizontal position, we can put on the video head itself, which we have here, and it's a Manfrotto. I don't remember the name, but it's a fluid head, which it's MVH 500AH. It can handle a pretty heavy rig, and for a normal rig like we have here, no problem at all. Okay, so we have a base plate here, which is the Manfrotto that belongs to this head. Normally I have this in my video bag, which is a Tenba bag from a cinema bag, and that which is a 10 cinema bag which contains most of my accessories and is an addition to the briefcase where I have my Sony FX3 kit with everything I need to just make a run and gun rig. Okay, so this is the base that I always have put together. It contains the Manfrotto plate, which belongs to this fluid head. It's a small rig, adjustable camera mount, and it's lens support, and that's pretty much it. This I'm using every time I'm putting it on my tripod, so that therefore it's also ready to go for every situation. Loosen the lens support, not to push the lens too much when we are mounting the camera, and make sure every part of the tripod is secured so we don't lose anything to the ground. Then we're pulling out the camera from the briefcase, and the standard lens for my kit is the Sony G-Master 51-2, which I very often use, but I also use the 24-70 for run and gun situations. But this is my interview standard kit lens, And if I'm putting the camera on DJI RS Pro 4 gimbal, I either use 35mm or this 50. Like this. Make sure the camera is centered so the lens supports on both sides of the lens. A little difficult sometimes to make exactly in the right position, but there we go. On the front here we have to put on and these rings comes with a small rig mat box, and it fits different types of lenses. You can see it from the hole on this one. The outer edge or rim is the exact same on every one, but on the inside we can see a number going from 95 to 76mm on this one, and from 95 to 72 on this one. And this 50mm lens is 72mm in diameter. So this is the one we should use then. So just screw it on here in the front of the lens. And here I also have a step up ring because I have an 82mm wide ND filter, which I usually use also on this lens. I'm not screwing on the ND filter now, but here is where it's going to be mounted. Now we have fastened the camera, which is the brain and the main part of the rig. If you are really in a hurry and someone says to you, you have to come now and film something, you could just take the whole thing off and go film. But when we're doing interviews, it's great to have a more built-out rig, both for professionality but also for control and work performance. So the next is to bring out the XLR handle, because we have more support units on this, and we also have the possibility of plugging a shotgun mic and also lav mic into this handle. And this goes on in top of the camera. And what's great about this FX3 cinema line is that we have screws to secure the whole thing, so we don't break anything unnecessarily. So be careful to fasten this handle before you do something else, and use this ring that comes with, yeah, I forgot to mention, I also have a small rig half cage mounted to the camera, which makes it more sturdy. Put it back. I've already lost one of these, and this is the second one, so make sure to always put it back in the cage. Next we have the shotgun mic, which I like to put on for second-hand audio. For interviews I always use lav mics because it's too much work to put up a shotgun mic and all that stuff. Usually we don't have the budget for doing that, but I want to have the shotgun mic mounted to the camera just in case something happens to the lav mic audio. Like this. And I have had to build this out because it's too thin for the Sony XLR handle, but it works fine. I just taped it to the mic so it's permanently there. Here we have the XLR cable, which goes into input number 1. Cable management. Usually I use big over-ear headphones to block out all other sounds, but it works just fine with these in-ear audio monitors from, this one is from Apple. Plug it into the side there and hang it up so it doesn't sweep the ground. If we're outside, it's preferable to use one of these dead cats to clean up the sound. And many say that these matte boxes are put on the camera just to make it bigger and seem more professional, but it actually has a purpose. And if you are, for example, filming against the sun, you will have some sun flares coming in, and maybe you are rigging the camera not to hit the sun in the beginning, but the sun moves and suddenly you will have the sun swiping the camera lens, and then it's great to block them out with this cap. There we mainly have the main camera. Now we are going to add some extra juice with a V-mount battery and handle on the side in case we have to take the camera off the rig and run. And also a monitor, so you can either monitor your subject better yourself, or you can tilt it so your client can see what's going on. We also have this built-in LCD monitor, so we can see what's going on here, while the client can see what's going on a different position. Har vi fortsatt lyd, eller? Then we have a small rig V-mount battery with 99. Yeah. I'm not really into these specifications, but it's what's important, it's big enough for what we are doing. You can find this on the internet if you want to take a look at the correct specification. Small rig, 99. We have a V-mount plate on this, which fits onto the rods. And here we have different accessories, or various accessories. We have focus wheel, which I really don't often use because it's much easier to just use your finger, pointing finger or thumb on this focus ring on the lens. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It can be too much on the rig, but I always use this one when I have a monitor. Maybe I can turn the camera a little bit around. No, we're doing it here. Now I can show you. The monitor always goes on this side, on top of the cage here. Then we bring out a really cheap monitor from Fieldworld. It's not the best. It's an HD resolution, but it's better than the monitor on the camera. It makes the image bigger, so it's easier to see focus or other important things in the image. Then we have a small little pouch here where the cable goes, or the cables. For the V-mount battery, I used this one. This end goes into the monitor like this, and make the cable go through here and to the other side. Maybe I can turn the camera around again. Into the D-tap connection here. Looks like this. And I actually only use this battery mostly for the monitor to take some weight off the screen, because the alternative is to mount a big battery directly into the screen. The battery on the camera usually is big enough if you have charged it fully to make a whole session. If not, it's very easy to put in a new battery here. Then you can see we can put the monitor in different positions all the ways. When we have the camera mounted to a tripod like this, we actually don't need an extra handle on the other side. So I leave this out for now, but it's very easy to put it on the NATO rail if you want to run and gun and hold your camera into your body without the tripod. So to do the last check, we have mounted the camera. It's secure with a lens. We have a matte box and maybe an ND filter if we're outside in bright sun. We have the battery for the monitor, and the mic here is connected into the XLR mount. And the last thing we need for an interview is the lav mic. On my system, I use Rode Wireless Pros, which the receiver I can put up there. And here we have the mic for the client. And on this one, you can, like many do these days, and I hate it, put it directly onto the jacket like this, or preferably put lav mic on the shirt or jacket and put this in the pocket so it's not visible in the image. We don't want to show the logos of Rode in a totally neutral film for a client. They don't want to see any camera gear, any light, or any audio equipment in the image. We just have to focus on the interview subject and what's going on in the film. The last thing you have to do before you are starting the interview, make sure your camera is in the right height and position according to your subject. Some persons are lower, some persons are taller. And check the audio if you have any audio peaking. Adjust the audio levels on the XLR mount and in the camera. This you can do by putting the headphones in your ear, and we're ready. So, and the last thing is this handle, which is very great for turning the cameras either horizontally, for tilting, or moving it in any position. So, in this first episode, we have seen how to mount a video camera for an interview setup on a tripod. If you want to see how we did this, watch the whole video till the end, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. In the next episode of the camera setup, we are rigging the camera for only handheld position, and in the last and third one, we are rigging the camera on a gimbal, which is the smallest setup, but maybe also the most difficult, according to the balancing and all the stuff there. So thank you for watching this instructional video, and if you want to see more, come back next time.